AITA for refusing to split half of the check for dinner with my best friend like we usually do? I am not the OOP. OOP is you, fit purchase 99. AITA for refusing to split half of the check for dinner with my best friend like we usually do? Originally posted to r. Am I the asshole? Original post July 26, 2023. My best friend, Vanessa 24F and I 25F have been friends since the 2nd grade. We've been supportive of each other's successes and accomplishments. And we're always there when one of us needed the other. We've also always split the check when we go out for dinner or brunch or anything like that. We've agreed to do that for a long time. Plus it saves time and doesn't complicate things for us and the servers, and it didn't matter how much one of us ordered. She was the one who suggested it and I was like, okay. Sure. I'm not really a big eater, so whenever we would go out, I would only order about 1,535% of the entire price for both. Vanessa, on the other hand, always has a huge appetite and would order 6,585%. The percentages depend on the occasion, appetites, and the price of the food. Recently, Vanessa got a huge promotion at her job for which she has been working her ass off, and she wanted to celebrate. So she suggested that we go out to this fine dining restaurant nearby, and I agreed because she deserved it. But before I continue, I should add that a few weeks prior, my older sister Bianca told me how ridiculous it was that I was splitting the check by paying half of it when I would only order food that amounted to only a quarter of the check. So before Vanessa and I ordered our food, I told her that I want to only pay for the food that I will order. She said, okay. When she saw that I was actually paying for my own food, she was like, wait, you were being serious before? Quote, yes, I was being serious. And she said, oh, I wouldn't have ordered so much if I knew you were being serious. The total bill was around $560 and I only ordered around $145 worth of food. I asked her why wouldn't she think I was being serious, and she said that it's because we've been splitting the check in half for so long that she literally thought that I was joking. I told her that I'm just sick and tired of paying half when I only order a small percentage. Like, I'm paying at least $50, $100 more than I should every time. So she became a bit mad and said, and you just decided to be a bitch and pull this stunt on the day when I got promoted? Fine then. I will pay for my food, and she did, and just exited right after without even waiting for me. Which was not cool because she had picked me up at my place and drove us here, so I had to call in Uber and pay $36 for the ride home. This morning, my phone is full of messages from my other friends saying that I was an asshole for demanding this on the day of her big promotion and for being a cheapskate. I just don't want to overpay so much. It's fine if it's $10, $20 more than what I ordered. But over $50? That amount can go towards necessities and bills. So, AITA? Edit. I earn about $90K per year. Minus or plus because I have several jobs. Which includes dog training, for which I charge $80, $100 per hour. Vanessa earned a little bit more with one stable job, and since her promotion she now earns 6 figures. Verdict. Not the asshole. Relevant comments. Clean Brilliant 6960. NTA. However, I am very curious how 2 people eating dinner cost $560. That is like 910x cost of most dinners for 2 in my area. Oop replied. She took us to a trending spot that I've never been to before, and the prices there were high, but I was still able to have an excellent meal for around $145. So if she had ordered the same amount, then the total bill would have been $300 something. Update August 4th, 2023. Firstly, thank you for all the advice and understanding from my first post. which can be found on my profile. But to quickly recap, Vanessa, my best friend, and I have agreed to always split the check in half no matter how much we ordered. She recently got promoted and took us to a trending spot to which I've never gone to before. The check ended up being a total $560, out of which I had only ordered around $145. This has always been the ratio in almost every dinner, brunch, or lunch because she not only has a bigger appetite, she will also sometimes order the more expensive items while I have a smaller appetite. Before we ordered, I had told her that I will be paying for my own food only. To which she had said, okay. But after we had eaten and she saw that I actually was paying for my food only, she said she thought I was joking about paying for my own food only and said she wouldn't have ordered so much if she knew I was being serious. Ended up with her saying, fine then, I'll pay for my own food, and then she left without me. I felt like I was an asshole for doing that on her promotion day instead of having a conversation about it some time before. But honestly, I never had a chance to bring it up, and after my sister had mentioned that I shouldn't be paying half when our orders were so unbalanced, I couldn't continue to do it anymore. Anyway, Vanessa has apologized for being mad and abandoning me at the restaurant because of the fight that we had, knowing that she had picked me up since my car was being fixed and I had to Uber home. I told her that since she had the promotion, she had to treat me to dinner and pay for the both of us like other friends do. To which she agreed and said that in order to make up for it, she will take me out to dinner and pay for the entire meal, which she did last night, and she stayed true to her word and even told me that I can order whatever I want no matter the price. We also had a long conversation about future dinners and stuff, and we agreed to pay for our own food and get separate checks unless either one of us wants to pay for the entire dinner in the case of a promotion, celebration, or etc. I also want to address the male comments claiming that she's fat and we eat too much as women. First, we're both very fit and stro-mg. I'm 5'7" and she's 5'9". Second, the $560 was because it was an expensive place. So if you think we ate too much, then you've never taken a girl out to a fine dining restaurant. Anyway, the conclusion is, we resolved the problem and I greatly appreciate all the good advice and comments. Relevant comments. Karotland. Okay, but is those so-called friends that came at you have apologized already? That shouldn't even have happened to begin with. While this is a great update, her first reaction is act like that need to be cautious with. Especially running to your other friends to make you out to be the bad person. Don't be all too rainbows and sunshine yet. Oop replied, yes, they actually have, because they only heard one side of the story. And even though I agree that the way she reacted was not the way she should have, I do believe that she deserves a second chance, considering we've been through a lot together and have supported one another all these 15 plus years. This is a repost sub IAM, not the oop. Who are these people who hear about a squabble between two others and immediately jump on their phone to trot out their unsolicited opinion? I swear every second Boru has a phone filled with bystanders calling them an arsehole after they heard the other person's side of the story. Still wondering why Oop lost over the "oh, I wouldn't have ordered so much if I'd known you were serious" part. Yay. She's been used for years. Poor Oop needs a little more self-confidence and find people who aren't nuts. My aunt and uncle-in-law are like this. It drives my husband crazy. Correctly. But I just try to expect it so it's less annoying. Honestly, the best move is just to host them at our house for dinner instead of getting annoyed about shady bill splitting. And she said, oh, I wouldn't have ordered so much if I knew you were being serious. Vanessa said the quiet part out loud. It's so easy to rack up massive bills at expensive restaurants. Those fancy yam fries with crazy name? $85. Vanessa sounds like the kind of girl who'd get mad at you for saying something critical of her on her birthday month. I hate it when people want to split checks evenly when the ratio is not close to even. I am an accountant. Most of my friends are too. So they understand. It is awkward when you're the only one in a large group who doesn't want to split evenly when they all ordered multiple drinks and went crazy on appetizers and you had one sushi roll at this horribly expensive restaurant. But idgaff. I recently got promoted at work. I invited my mom and 2 sisters out for lunch to celebrate. I never said anything and paid the bill. My promotion was more of a lateral move. Better department but same pay. I didn't care. I just wanted to share my joy. What kind of jerk invites someone out to celebrate a promotion to 6-figure and doesn't pick up the bill, and complains that the invited person refuses to subsidize their bill? It's ridiculous. I was out after work tonight with work friends, and we all had separate bills. 11 people in our server did separate bills. No problem. Oop is way too soft. I dunno about other people, but if I were out with a good friend who had just been promoted, I would likely be offering to pay the majority of the bill, as a present in honor of the hard work it took the other person to get to that point. I know some people might think it is the other way around, that the person who was promoted should treat someone else in celebration of now being able to afford more, but in my circles, when people do well, they deserve something special. You mean communicating as mature adults is the best way to resolve interpersonal conflict? My initial response on seeing her say they split the bill was that they each pay for their own. Because that's how normal adults handle things like that. They get separate checks if possible and handle their own business. Especially as there is typically a one-way disparity in the amount spent. If anyone was being a cheapskate, it's the well-paid friend who has been sponging of their less well-paid friend all these years. $600 is rent plus groceries and bills here in SC Asia. To spend that amount on a single meal is madness. I also want to address the male comments claiming that she's fat and we eat too much as women. First, we're both very fit and stro-mg. I'm 5'7" and she's 5'9". Second, the $560 was because it was an expensive place. So if you think we ate too much, then you've never taken a girl out to a fine dining restaurant. I guess I have. Never taken a girl out to a fine dining restaurant. And I have a hard time imagining that I ever will. I think it would be too hard to enjoy while knowing that amount of money is evaporating over a 2-hour experience. I would feel so much pressure to get my money's worth that I think it would be more stressful than anything for me. The $560 was because it was an expensive place. So if you think we ate too much, then you've never taken a girl out to a fine dining restaurant. Ooh, 2 can play at that game. Sucks to suck. Gonna need to call a WA ambulance for that sick burn. Lunch at French Laundry, $350 per person. Le Touque Saint Helena chef tasting menu, $195 per person. So $600 for 2 in the Bay Area is not too surprising. If you book restaurants on OpenTable, any Bay Area restaurant with $$ or any Michelin stars restaurant, expected to spend that kind of money. Last month, we host dinner, 4 people, at Joel Robuchon, MGM Las Vegas. Total bill about $3,000. It's company card. The chef tasting menu $500 per person. Fine dining or not, that's still crazy expensive. Went out for work meal a few months ago. There was 5 of us and it came to $700. That was 3 courses. Alcohol and coffee at a pretty upmarket place. That's why I don't split the bill. I ask for a separate check. I'm a vegetarian and usually don't drink any alcohol, so my meals are fairly cheap. I am not going to pay for somebody else's steak, bottle of wine, after dinner brandy. If they want that, they can pay for it themselves. And yes, these people know perfectly well that their meals are more expensive. Like Vanessa in the post above, she thought I was joking about paying for my own food only and said she wouldn't have ordered so much if she knew I was being serious. Exactly. These people are moochers and know they are moochers. I have been in situations where other people said the same thing to me. I would reply something along the lines of, if you can't pay for your salmon or Wagyu beef on your own, then just don't order it. And maybe go with the house wine rather than the most expensive claret on the menu. Oops, should have stopped splitting the bill much earlier. She even announced to Vanessa she was only going to pay for her own meal. What Vanessa really hated was not that she had to pay, it was that Oop has seen though her and called her out for it.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.